Good evening, friends. I had to stop that because I couldn't guarantee the next song wasn't going to be copyright free. How's everybody doing tonight? You made it to the weekend. Hope you had a good week. Hi to the live people that are going to check out later on the VOD squad. I see you. I see you. So, what's everyone looking to get into this weekend? I want to hear about it. What we're doing tonight specifically. Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop doing that. There we go. We're good. We're going back to Tiny Glade. We haven't done that in a while. Actually, I think probably since the night I beat Undertale, I think, I want to say. And it felt like a good night. Felt like a good week to go back to it. Pretty long week for some folks, myself included. Turned around towards the end of the week, which was good. But felt like needed to build a little place where we can just kind of get away from everything. It'd be our own little spot. Can I? Give me OBS. Okay. So that. There we go. That's not exactly what I wanted, but we'll get there. Oh, you went right to it. Beautiful. This is a great game. This is a wonderful game. This is on sale a lot on Steam. I don't know how cross-platform it is. Why am I... Why is my OBS frozen? Hello. D! Hi, D! How we doing? Ooh. What is that note of? Oh, you got the first bowl of soup. I need to make a custom thing for that. Yeah, how's it going? How was your Friday? Okay. Yes, okay. Now I remember. So we're back to Estro Glenn. So Estro Glenn needs to expand, I feel. This was an idea I had probably a week or so ago. This is really loud, at least in my ears. Let me check. Encoding overload. Turn down video settings or... Oh, right. It looks okay on my thing, but OBS is freaking out on me. I guess I should have remembered to check this back. I have it set to 1080p and all that good stuff. For, for the Switch, for the capture card, because the capture card does a lot of the work. Well, we'll get back to that in a second. Oh, that's not too bad. That's just crazy in my ears. Okay. I might have to knock this down. I might have to knock this down to 720. I'm conflicted. Because it looks fine for me, it looks fine on Twitch, but OBS is freaking out. I am going to try to take my bitrate down a little bit. Sorry, I hate doing tech stuff online. Yeah, Oh, that doesn't seem too bad. Can it undo? Well, stop screaming at me. Yeah, so I obviously I run it a higher resolution when I'm capturing when I'm using a capture card for Switch, because obviously the Switch is doing a lot of work that, you know, obviously it wouldn't be doing otherwise. I'm popping a little bit there. Oh, well, that fixed it. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, but if 4,000 bitrate does it, then that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Full send. Yeah. Do you use OBSD? Or you just are familiar with all of our struggles? Beautiful game. Thank you. I like it a lot. It's really relaxing for me. Woodish. Okay. Alright, so I have an idea. Because I don't think this can handle... I do not think this can handle Spotify. OBS. Can I close Steam? Will it let me do that? Oh, it's already upset again. Can I exit Steam? Oh, no. See, I hate that. Thinking about starting streaming, might need to pick your brain? Yeah, I'm always... Okay. Yeah, always, I can show you who's helped me. There's a couple of people... Well, I accidentally crashed my game. But yeah, obviously you can DM me, or you can talk, we can talk in here, or kind of wherever. Yeah. It's not that bad. Yeah, I think you gotta get used to it. Like, my issue is I thought I had a computer that could do more than it could. And that's not the case. It's a laptop. It can do a lot. I just kind of felt like I thought for some reason it could do everything. And that is... that has not been the case. So I had to kind of... That's why I got the capture card when I did. Because I just wanted to look. I just want to broadcast in 1090. I think that's it. There's a 10. No, it's 1080. I'm sorry. I'm all frazzled. All right, we're back. I'm just gonna pretend that OBS isn't yelling at me, and we're just gonna deal with that. But oh, I am gonna raise the music a bit though. That's too loud. That might be okay. Yeah, Spotify is... It's gonna have a problem, so we're just gonna hang out and rock out to this music. Hell yeah. Like to talk about what equipment I should think about getting. Hell yeah. Yeah, I have like like I can go right down the particulars and all that, but I have a very simple, like I have like $100 Logitech thing. It's the HD 1080p. That's not crazy. Yeah, and then I got an Elgato microphone. I got an Elgato capture card for the Switch. Oh, friend. Beep. So this is the village. A lot of purples going on, except these guys in the corner here. They're up to something. They're up to some fuck shit. We don't know what their deal is. No, don't do that. I have an editing grade PC collecting dust. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if it can handle editing, it can probably do a lot. I think it's really just, you know, I found out what it could and couldn't, my computer could and couldn't do by kind of pushing it to failure per se. And as frustrating as that was, I learned what it could do. And occasionally I kind of forget to set things back, and that's okay. Alright, I did put that little bridge here last time, but that might not even stay. Can I fix this? Because it's not even bridging. The bridge is not giving bridge. Can't do that. No, don't do that. What if I raise it? If I raise it slightly... No. Well, I mean, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, having a PC is a really good first step. I did not pay for mine. My family kind of chipped in together because I was talking about streaming for quite a good period of time, and they all kind of chipped together and got this for me. So I'm definitely gonna take this as far as it can go. Am I WASD? WASD, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my keyboard back. Need to figure out how to sync my camera with the computer screen. I have a Sony camera. Thanks. You're very welcome, D. I mean, it's one of those things. It's just like, you know, I think everyone has to kind of... If everyone pulls together their knowledge, it can be a lot easier and a lot more manageable. Because none of this should be... Wow, what the fuck? Alright, well, so much for that idea. I'm actually going to scrap this little bridge. I didn't want to, but I don't think I have a choice. We'll just make do. I kind of wanted to expand the village. My family is awesome. Very supportive family. My parents actually are not together, and my brother convinced them, or not convinced, I don't know if convinced is the word, but he got them on board with the idea of everybody chipping in and getting me this computer, and this is probably financially the first thing that my parents went on together since probably since they had divorced. Sorry, bud. Hope I didn't plan it on you. That's what I'm hoping. I want to learn from those who have suffered before me. Yeah, I think it's just kind of things to look out for and all that kind of stuff. That is all. Ooh. That is a wacky door. I am inclined to leave that, because that is wacky. Yeah, the way they handle corners in this game is wild. I know they do, D. Thank you. I do want to see if this computer can handle me doing GTA roleplay. Probably July-ish. Because June I'm going to be doing a lot of Switch-related stuff. Well, I'm going to probably... More than likely, I'll be exclusively doing Switch 2 related things. Here we are. Obviously, you gotta have the purple roof. There's not a lot of rules in Estro Glenn, but one of them is gotta have purple roof. I am gonna move you, but in a second. I just want to move you whole cloth. Just move. No, I don't want to do that. Controls. No. What if? Don't remember controls. Patient speed. Key bindings. Alright. Well, I'll figure it out. I don't need to move it. It's actually not the worst thing in the world. Volunteering at a ladies' BJJ event tomorrow. That's awesome. Where's that at? Is that near you? Or is it a little bit of a drive? PC has a lot of RAM and an i9 chip. Graphics card's a little older, though, when you got the PC optimized for video editing. That's what's up. Hell yeah. I mean, more than like if it's beefy enough for that, even if it's a couple of years old, you should be able to do something with it. Like even if it's like kind of playing like older games through like an emulator or like the small little games, there's things you can do. Actually, it kind of sounded like Saba is gonna get into streaming a little bit next month, and was probably gonna use your Mac for video editing. Yeah, I heard that's pretty popular. I think Caitlin actually might still be doing that. I don't know if she switched to her big boy PC with the newness. Is that even whatever. Jazz, baby. Alright, well, we gotta make them nice first. I don't want you to both to be matchy-matchy. I want you to have the uniqueness. Door. Houston Metro. Okay. Nice. I do want that. Windows. Ooh. Maybe they are corner friends. Maybe they just have corner windows. Maybe they have corner windows and they're all insane. Think you're gonna try the old fighting games. That'd be cool. That's like pretty good. I like that angle. Move that. Why'd I do that? I said I didn't want to move you. You, I'm okay with moving. Even though you're actually a little different. Aren't you? Aren't you, friend? You know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm actually not mad about it. Love Tekken. Okay. MacBook destroys PC when it comes to editing. I've heard that. But PC is what I have, so therefore, that's what I am using. Oh, I actually don't think I've done that yet. I've done this a couple of times. That little Concord, what is that? Cape Cod. A little Cape Cod, little window popping. The planner. I guess I keep that regardless. No. Come on. Give me a break. Cute. Where would the floor be, though? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Kind of fits the martial arts vibe. Should be fine for what you're doing. I think so. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's just like maybe I would cut down VODs into like kind of smaller-ish chunks. Like out like we have 45 minutes to a half hour kind of deals. And then like and obviously like shorts and reels. I think shorts and reels are kind of the way to go. Doot, doot. How did I do it? It did do that. Okay. Oh, that would be janky. I would love that. Maybe I'll do that on the other one. Maybe they won't be complete mirror images. You get front and back windows. It's a little too looky-loo-ish. Hmm? What poppied? Oh, duck. Yeah, you're welcome. I like little offset things. I like the offset. If I put the window... Yeah, why not? Gotta have a chimney. So... Oh, there we go. Yeah, so... I'm going to attempt in July to do GTA RP, and I really don't think I'm going to be able to stream and do it at the same time. So I think I'll probably play offline and hopefully record it. I'm hoping it can handle that, and at least I can cut that into like smaller, more manageable content. Oh, I don't want to mess up the lavender. Oh, that wouldn't though. We love it. What? Just let me do it. This is my village, and I'll put a fucked up chimney on the corner of a building if I want to. Thank you very much. Okay. Like I'll build something that's just No, I guess you won't let me do that. I should just have a chimney house that's just chimneys. Just for shiggles. Gotta have a chimney. Like, you know, being alive now and having a kitchen with no hood range over your stove. Insanity. Who could do that? Crazy people. Oh, no, but over it though. Yeah. Ooh, what? How did I only just realize I can do that? How did I only just realize that? I am a doofus. Alright. Oh, right. I remember what I said I was going to do. Well, first off, that's good. I'm about even. Bigger window. Wow. Oh, that's cute as fuck. Okay. This game relaxes me so much. I really can't describe to you how much I needed this. There we go. Door. Light the lamps up. What to give you lamps for? Hello. Oh, I can't pet the birds. That's fine. You're welcome. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's coming along nicely. Oh, ghost tree. Ghost tree, tell me your secrets. Ghost tree. Hello. You weren't sure if you wanted to exist, huh? No, you're still kind of thinking. You're still not really sure. You are, woo, buddy. All right, I'll leave you to your thoughts. You are, you're going through it. I respect that. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Time to upload to YouTube. Lurk 30. Well, enjoy your lurk. I did some little wine chats in the cellar the last 2 weeks, and I sent one off to YouTube, but I set it as private, but I need to, after I get off here, I'm probably gonna get that sheet. Put all the tags and descriptions and all that stuff, and I'll probably premiere that. I did one in portrait mode, and I did one in landscape, so I'm trying to see which one works better. Obviously, I think portrait probably would work better in terms of farming it for clips. But I don't know. I'll have to ask Puff. Because Puff watched both. So I'll have to see what they think works, and if I'm feeling I'm doing more of a content-y thing, full send. I always forget about this crazy one I built. I always get a kick out of that. Oh, what a pretty game. I paid $5 for this. Hate to do it. Gotta get rid of the cute fence. Gotta get rid of cute janky fence. Rip. Rip in peace. Rip in peace, cute janky fence. But block their natural light though. Alright. Well, maybe you get to keep it. Maybe there's another way. There's always another way. Like that way. I think I kill this for now. Respectfully, you don't even really want to be there all that much. And probably clear that. Do 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 do. Right. It's been long enough I kind of forget how to erase things. I just... Yeah, I guess I can. That's fine. Alright. Well, you guys are getting some more neighbors. Actually, I could put another here. Ah, just a little guy. Too crowded. Okay. Okay. Ooh. You figured out the color I wanted right from the jump. You start standing out. I like these being kind of uniform. Now that one's a little... Is it a small one? A little small. What's wrong with that? Okay. Maybe this can be a multi-unit. That was kind of the idea with these. No, it didn't really let me do that to my satisfaction. I'm gonna try another multi-unit. Worst case scenario, I can just junk it. Junk it! Grab it. Twist it. Junk it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeesh. Duplex time. PJ the Slumlord? No. I haven't even claimed one for myself yet. Oh, what the? That's cute. I might take the one up on the hill. But maybe that's the library. Maybe that's the library. Maybe that's like a meeting center. I do like that the cursor forces focus on distant objects. That's kind of cute. Okay. How will... I wish there was a way to delineate. How phasey is that? That's pretty phasey. Oh, buddy. Oh, you hate it. You hate everything about being here. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, friend. Duplex. Multi-family housing is very important. No, don't do that. No, that's ridiculous. That's just the three-door. That's just the three-door dilemma right there. It's overkill when they're both windows and doors. Let's do these gimmicks. I don't like those. On the fronts. Keep the bench. Keep the bench. Keep the bench. Okay. Keep the bench. Bench kept. Bench kept. Do 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 do. And mirroring. Hey, that's what we're looking for. Da 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 da. Everybody gets a chimney. I think they share. That's it. That's perfect. That is perfect, actually. They share a chimney. Don't ask how. It just works. It just works. No. Make wider. Big, big, beautiful chimney. Big, beautiful chimney. Don't talk to me or my chimney son ever again. No, we're good. We're good. We're good on that. We're good on that. Okay, so it's the janky. Let's do the janky windows. Ooh. Could really mess around with them if I wanted to. I really like making those. No doubt about that. Yeah. The temptation to always do the slightly offset ones is too strong. Door. Oh wait, no. These are the doors. You love cornered. Okay. Yeah. Front door and side door. That's giving duplex, I think. Over here. Glass. Giving. Okay. I got it. I've solved it. Doors together on the back side. Bob's your uncle. Charming. Actually, I could make this go for a while. Ooh, that's interesting. Could do that, I suppose. Hell yeah. Oh. Finish the water so that I can have a beer. Yeah, so we're making cranberry wine at work this week. We received the fruit. Well, we processed the fruit last Friday. Well, I'm sorry, no, the Friday before. We had to wait to get it up to temperature. I had to heat it up. I inoculated it last Thursday. So it's been slowly. We had to add sugar a couple of days ago. So now the fermentation's really taking off. I've been playing with cranberries all week. Ooh. It's gonna be. This is a tight squeeze, so it's gonna be kind of hard to gauge how close these are to each other. Oh, it's pretty close though. That's good. I mean, this is just the back. This is the rear. the rear entrance anyway. Ooh, wait, I can do this again. No, 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 no. Doot, doot. That process is so interesting. Yeah, I think so too. It's just good. It's good to have something like that to do during this time of the year. Like we did the I should have done the same thing when we were doing the dandelion wine. I did take some short videos. I took some short videos of that. I wonder if I took. I might have taken enough to make a short little thing about it. But yeah, so we use our owner Jim. He uses an old family recipe for dandelion wine that goes back pre-World War II, where they got about like 100. They went and gathered from like from a field where there just really isn't a lot of traffic. About like 150 pounds of dandelions, like the flowers, not the root. And we steeped them in about 180-degree water, and let that steep overnight. And then we quartered a whole bunch of lemons, about 2 boxes worth, and then put that in, heated the water back up to about 180 degrees. So basically, we made like a huge vat of tea. That would be a good stream exposing the winemaking process. Yeah, I feel like they have a bit of an issue in terms of like younger generation isn't really drinking wine. They're like the younger generation just really isn't drinking a lot in general. But like particularly like wine is dropping off pretty fast relative to all of that. And I think like wine not being like a mystified thing, I think would be good. I think that like you can kind of like show people like, hey, here's the process. Like this is farming. This is science. This is like there's chemistry to this. It is food handling to a degree. I mean, it's not as over the top as like some food processing is. We're actually not regulated as closely as food production plants are, which is good because I'm lazy-ish. I'm lazy. I'm lazy-ish. But I think like the the big existential crisis is how do we communicate with younger people, and I think stuff like Twitch I think is a good way to do that. That you can kind of like Twitch is a really big sandbox, which is why I think like you getting into like streaming a little bit, I think you'll kind of find like your niche with that, because like really the like as long as you have the computing power. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love that. Like you could theoretically do whatever you want as long as you like have the actual capacity. It's just like, it comes down to just camera, microphone. If you want to play video games, that's cool. I like playing video games. At this point, I pretty much, if I want to play video games, I just kind of hop on stream. Other than that, like I play like Breath of the Wild, like that's really the only thing I play in my spare time. Maybe a little bit of the Game Boy stuff. I kind of figured. How many acres is 110 pounds? I wasn't the one doing the picking, thankfully. Um, I want to say, I mean, because it's kind of like an area where it's just like permaculture. So like if you have a farm, you generally have land that's just kind of, that has like pollinators and all that kind of stuff. So some people will just like, if just like dandelions just happen to grow there, they just kind of let it go. Or they'll throw like cuttings of other, like they'll pull dandelions up somewhere and they'll just throw them there. But I want to say it's probably tops about 2 acres, I would guess. But I would say maybe 1. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they came in on these little bins. So we had to get the water up, put it in there. We threw some lemons in there, let that sit overnight, and then we had to wait for the temperature to get down, probably in the 70s or 80s. So low enough that we could put yeast in there, that the yeast wouldn't die. Because yeast, at first, when you add yeast, yeast is finicky. And then when it gets rolling, it's like, particularly, like the yeast we use is, there's a specific strain called Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Pretty much any wine you drink is going to use Saccharomyces cerevisiae. There are some wild yeasts. People do try to inoculate wild yeast strains. Oh, I guess you wound up and got yourself a little garden. Got that. Cute. Yeah, ultimately nothing is going to be as effective as Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It's just been bred too well. It's just going to take over anything. And wild yeast strains actually aren't all that tolerant to ethanol. So once it converts a certain amount of sugar into ethanol, it basically kamikazes itself because it just can't handle that. I don't mind that it doesn't match, but I do have to be mindful that I was going more for that kind of, I guess, is that like a sandstone kind of thing? Do they assume the alcohol kills the bacteria? Yeah, I mean, to a degree. Home gal here, yeah. Yeah, to a degree. Now, there are spoilage organisms that feed off of ethanol and will convert ethanol into other byproducts. So while alcohol is useful, particularly like the more there is. So like wine is more shelf stable than beer because there's more alcohol. It's a higher ABV, unless it's some crazy, Belgian quad or like some triple IPA or something like that. Wine, on average, has more alcohol than beer. Like particularly like a Coors Light or something like that, like a 3-4% alcohol beer versus a 12% alcohol wine. It's more shelf stable than wine. So you don't have to do and is going to be more acidic as well. So the acid also is a bit of a protectant of sorts. Am I done with this one? At least for now, I think. So, in some ways, the alcohol does protect the wine. In other ways, you do have to continue to be pretty mindful. Because, again, like stuff like what makes vinegar is... Oh boy, wait, hold on. Acetobacter. We got there. Took a second. Acetobacter will turn your wine into acetic acid, which basically eventually becomes vinegar. If the wine is exposed to an excessive amount of oxygen, because Acetobacter likes oxygen, it thrives in aerobic environments. So you have to make sure that the wine stays as anaerobic as possible, so Acetobacter can't thrive. Because the Acetobacter feeds off of the ethanol, not like the sugars or anything else. It feeds off the ethanol and converts that into acetic acid. So it's just lots of little things you have to kind of know in terms of like cellar hygiene and your overall cleanliness. But as long as you just do like the basic correct right thing, generally you'll be okay. Used to work in a plant that made acetic acid. Yep. That must have been pretty interesting. Smelled disgusting. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised. I go to the gym directly from work. And I know because I pull the clothes after I work out, I pull the clothes out of the locker. And I know, like, because I can smell it after being away from it. I smell like vinegar. And no one says anything, which is nice of them. But it's just like, yeah, it's just not a pleasant smell. little sunflower. Eee. I want a stupid little house. I want a stupid little house. Do you want to be a stupid little house? That doesn't fit there, though. I do want to do something like that, but not there. Acetic acid destroyed everything. It's pretty. Oh, it was concentrated too. That's wild. Yeah, that's got to be. Like, I thought it was bad. I worked in a place, like, I worked in a sandwich shop, and I would just, like, between, like, the coffee. Like, I like the smell of coffee, but just, like, the roasting it all day, it just kind of leaves, like, kind of a residue on you. And then there's just, like, you know, from the sandwiches, it's just, like, you just kind of you go home smelling very yeasty and all of that kind of business, and it's not good. But I guess if you're just around anything, too much of anything is kind of a lot anyway. Rotate it. I don't want to, though. I'll make you small. I'll make you a little small bean. How small can you be? Here's the little thing. Hey, it's me. It's little. Maybe. Yes. Yes. It's a byproduct of making acrylic acid. Interesting. Yeasty. Yeah, I hated it. I actually started, how did I even get them? Because I wasn't even 18. I must have hay-mistered somebody that worked there. Because we had tobacco. And I started, on my bicycle ride back to my grandparents' house, because this was a summer job, I would smoke Black and Milds. Just so I could smell like something other than yeast and old coffee and whatever was just kind of ambient in the air. Thankfully, people didn't really... There was a lot of smokers there at Wawa. Just really any Wawa, honestly. But thankfully, nobody smoked inside that particular one. I worked at other ones where they smoked in them shits. For sure. But thankfully, I just went home smelling like yeast and old coffee. Yeah, good times. Oh, I like this. Just that point of realization when you realize you're basically making Hateno Village, but for queer people. That's basically what I'm doing right now. The music's almost there, too. Almost, like, very vaguely. Hi, Amanda! How you doing tonight? Welcome in. Oh, no, don't focus on whatever my cursor was on. So this is Tiny Glade. I don't know if you've played this before, but it's very cozy, it's very relaxing. Yeah, I'm building the village of Estro Glenn. This is my third or fourth time playing this. This is something I play when I just feel like there's just kind of a lot of outside noise going on with the rest of the world. And I just really want to put my energy somewhere else entirely. So that's why we're here. I'll give you the tour. Doing all right. Sad that I might have to get a new wine fridge. Oh, no. Your current one's pooping out on you? How many bottles does it hold? Is it like kind of like the standard, like, was it like a 16-ish one? I actually don't have a wine fridge. I'm actually lazy. I probably should have one. I just lay stuff down in some shipping boxes. Yeah, I'll show you around. I've just been kind of hyper fixated. So I started off with these two little houses right here. So we're doing kind of like a cottagey thing. It started off kind of sparse, but I had the idea this week, what with all of the everything going on, I'm just like, Estro Glenn needs more room for more folks. It's room for expansion. Holds 6 bottles and should be at 46 degrees, but that's been sitting at 50 for some reason. No, that's not good. I mean, 50's okay. Like, 50's a pretty normal cellar temperature. So when wine is aging in barrel and on tirage and stuff like that, I mean, that's a pretty normal temperature. But, I mean, obviously, if it's still working to try to get to 46 and it's not doing that, your energy bill might be like, help. Yeah. Well, I hope it figures out what it is. Maybe it's like a little Freon or something. Yeah, so we got a little river. I gave myself a little river. Got these guys. They build on top of it because they're different. Very proud of this one. Oh, hold on. I gotta zoom out. It's too ridiculous. They built themselves a little castle with some stilted towers. So everyone kind of stuck to the purple and sandstone color scheme, except these folks. And they walled themselves off. They need their own space. Every village has one. Also, their stone wall has a chimney. We don't know why. We have some theories. Coil might be frozen. That's a possibility. I haven't decided what this is yet. I think it might be the library. But I made a gigantic hill and put a house on top of it because who's going to stop me? Tiny Glade. Oh, the whooshing. Oh. Little rolling hill action here. This was meant to be a duplex, but they're just two little mirroring houses a little bit. They're kind of mirroring. Not exactly, but... And this cozy castle. They have a trapdoor. Don't ask why. Yeah. Green and lavender are my comfort colors. Sounds like things you don't know how to fix. Yeah, I mean, a coil might be replaceable, but I mean, it kind of depends. Game does look cute and cozy. It really is. Yeah, so if it allows me to have multiple saves, I want to maintain this one, but I also want to do, because I have Estro Glenn, I want to do Femme Forest, and then I want to kind of do, if it allows me to, you can change the terrain. You can like raise the ground up a little bit if you want to. I'd like to really get goofy with one, just have a map where I just have some really extreme terrain and try to build a village like into the side of like a mountainy mountainy cliff like they used to do, like in certain cultures. Like if the game lets me do that, I'm gonna have a stupid amount of fun making that. But right now, I'm just having a silly little time. Ooh. Well, don't put it on the sheep. You can pet the sheep, by the way. We have little friends. There's some birds kind of hanging out. Lots of sheep. There's a bird on a sheep. There's ducks somewhere. They're usually... The ducks are normally hanging out on the water. There we are. Hello, friends. Okay, I was working on this. This needs a little bit more. I mean, this is clearly a 3-floor. Hi, bud. You're welcome. That. Nice. No. That's all right. Oh, Amanda, are you having wine tonight? I'm about ready to have a beer. Probably Saturday. Probably tomorrow I'll have a wine when I'm playing Ocarina. Oh, you actually missed wine talk. Dee and I were just talking about I'm making cranberry wine at work. And it is actively fermenting. So we freeze our cranberries and process them at our own time because cranberries are ready at the same time grapes are. I am a glass and then trying to sleep. Understandable. I have a lot of sleep debt this week. Is it? Are you having your standby, your Pinot Grigio? Ooh. Maybe like a banner. Wine glass too. Well, if everyone else is drinking, then I may as well have a beer too. Be right back. I say a glass, but it's glass for 3. Yeah. It's Friday. It doesn't count. Yeah, this is from a local brewery. Local New Jersey brewery, Tonewood. This is Fuego. It's an IPA. I don't like IPAs, but I like this a lot. It's actually very tasty. Yeah, I think Fuego's the best thing going in New Jersey right now. Oh, yeah. Love it. You look a little naked. Nah, because you're doing a lot on the front end. You're doing a lot on the front end. You got the corner windows. Oh, I like the way it connects. The engine on this game is kind of unreal. Because it just kind of does things. Like the little accoutrement that they have like around the houses, that like the bushes and like the little, I guess that's a garment dryer thing. Well, the barrel planters and all that. It just kind of does that on its own. Never acquired the taste for beer. It took a while for me. My gateway was definitely like darker beers. Cause like for like I start like with wine, I started with like really deep reds, really deep bold reds, and then I kind of got into like dark beers, like as an entry point into beer, and then beer and wine have some similarities, just in terms of like there's a lot of different styles, and there's a season and a situation for each thing. But yeah. I definitely would prefer wine, but my issue is if I open a bottle, I tend to finish it because I'm a large enough person that I can kind of do that without it being a huge deal. Where do I want to put this so it's not horribly in the way? 'Cause I don't want to take away these folks their morning sun. 'Cause I oriented it specifically that they could be eastern facing. Nighty! Have fun at the BJJ thing. Definitely. I'm streaming tomorrow. If you come home and you want to come hang out, I want to hear about it. Puff, hi Puff. How's it going? Doing anything fun this weekend? Ooh, I want to pet the thing. Pet the sheepy. Yeah, Puff. I don't know if you were here for my previous Tiny Glade streams, but this is Tiny Glade. So they call this like a diorama builder, I suppose. So I get to just kind of... They give you a confined space, so I'll zoom out a little bit. So you can kind of see, these are the boundaries. So they give you this area, you can kind of do whatever you want in. So I started off, I just cleared the whole thing. I cleared it completely. I flattened the land out, I got rid of all the trees. I'm trying to add some back in, but some of them decided they don't want to live. So I've gotten rid of them for now. But then... Yeah, I'm building up the village of Estro Glenn, because initially it was going to be kind of like a small bespoke little village, but I think there needs to be room for more folks. So we're kind of sticking with a color theme and just kind of getting real cozy with it. Have not seen it before. Drink water, sleep well. Okay. Oh, yes. Drink beer, drink wine, full send. Absolutely. Yeah, I could probably have a couple tonight. My normal Tesla protest, they canceled it because of the holiday, which is I have pretty mixed feelings about, but whatever. It is what it is. I do want to just keep this intact. Where can I put you? Where can I put you? That's cool. I just want a dumb little... Like a yurt. Like a dumb little yurt. Yeah. Why not? Well, why was I overthinking it? That's cute. Alright. So... Hell yeah. Okay. So color. Fix that. Too dark. Too light. What? Kind of pukey. More pukey. Go to the hospital. Wait. This is all puke. Yeah. There it is. There it is. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Bit hard to celebrate America these days. Yeah, like this is very much an escapism sort of thing for me. Like every once in a while, it's just like I don't even really like schedule these streams. I just kind of do them. It's just like, I just need to go somewhere else. And that somewhere else is Estro Glenn. Gonna chill with a friend tomorrow and blaze and play video games and watch Drag Race. Hell yeah. Any idea on the video games, or that's a to-be-determined kind of thing? Got a beer. Love this. Look at these friends. Oh. Sorry, friend. Here. Here you go. Hope he comes back. Yeah, there he is. Right as rain. Here, sorry. You know you're being watched. It's okay. Nice. Ooh. Windows all around. Windows all around. Let's get real silly with it. Oh, yeah. In the Stardew. Okay. Very cool. Are you going to play Stardew together, or this is Stardew's the kind of is the on your own thing? I think Stardew has some co-op capability. I know words. Stardew has some co-op capabilities, right? Haven't played Stardew in ages. Should pick it up again. Yeah, I've actually never played Stardew. I'd like to get into it. Every once in a while, I go back and visit my old Animal Crossing island. But then I start playing it, and it just kind of starts feeling like a job. It's like, I have those. I have jobs. You can co-op on a farm. Okay. Pot around on the farm together. Hell yeah. That's sweet. What? Okay. Window there. You get sunflower. But you take it away. You do not get sunflower. No, where is it? Specifically sunflower. Find it. There it is. Hello. I would love to know the internal logic. But the engine is phenomenal. It's a really fascinating game. So, you weren't quite even, right? No, you're the one. But then... No. I think at a certain point I just have to stay close enough on those. That's not bad. That's okay. That's fine. You get your little tiny house. Still super early on in the game, but I know the plot stuff that's to come from watching Caitlin's playthrough. So, balance appreciating where I'm currently at with wanting to jump ahead of the new stuff. That's fair. Yeah, I do get a little... It is a tricky balance between, like, wanting to progress versus enjoying where you're at. Like, I'm generally very goal-focused, so, like, the whole mindfulness thing is something that I always have to constantly, fight myself on. Just be like, you can just appreciate where you're at right now, and I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, and it's just like, okay. Or you could just like slow down. That'd be cool, right? Wouldn't that be fun? I think that's pretty good. I don't think we need to go too crazy. Now, what you do want, and I know, I'm trying to get this. That's marginally in the way. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay. Where next? I do want to keep this open a little bit. Anything here would have to be kind of smallish. Can I build something? Spooky forest. I am massively out of bounds. Okay, no, we're good. I built a little sneaky creep house. Sneaky creep house on the side of this little hill. Bird. Hello. There would be a good place for sneaky house. Sneaky house. Okay. Sure. Why not? Be a precursor. This will be a precursor to the cliff village. Oh. Oh, okay, that's fine. The engine's unreal on this. I know I say that every 5 minutes, but it doesn't stop being true. Ayy. Now we're talking. Okay. No, you would have to have something to have the water run off on. Okay. Someone lives in this mountain. Okay. Door. Hey. What's that? Why not? Oh, okay. Can I make a bigger one? How big can I make this door? Nice, much better. Okay. I think these little slot windows. Separate. And one of these. Ooh. It's the unimpressed face. Yeah, no, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's 100% that. This is the RBF house. I guess this is my house. I haven't claimed one of these for myself yet. Anyone that wants dibs on any of these, feel free. Because I haven't claimed any of them. You have moat house with crazy steps. Weird hermit shut-in people that they put a stone fence around their moat, and the fence has a chimney. Crazy mega extra for no reason. Castle with stilted towers. A variety of small little cottages. Nice, pretty regular castle. Did you build all these houses? I did. Yeah, I basically started from nothing. Like, they gave me... Like, basically, I got, like, just kind of a forest. Like, there's maybe, like, a little, like, a well or something. It was, like, just barely anything. And then I cleared the entire thing. Because you have... It gives you to work with where the lines are. And then you can put whatever you want. So, basically, everything here, I have physically put there. Even the river, I put the river there. I just basically wiped it clean, and I just decided I'll put it where it makes sense for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really relaxing. I built a really big, stupid hill and put a house on the top of it for no reason. I made a really tall castle that's almost as wide as a flat iron, but really tall. Again, just because for fun. This house right here was on stilts even before I put the river in. Because I was just messing around. Because you can just do that. Yeah, it's just a good game. Tiny Glade. It's just a good game. 5 out of 5 stars. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. RBF house. Hello. Where were we? Yeah, this is on sale pretty regularly on Steam. Oh, by the way, if anybody has Steam, they had a data breach and passwords got leaked. So definitely do change your password if you haven't done so in a while. Because heaven knows who has your password at the moment. And my thing's linked to my PayPal, so I changed that stuff with a quickness. Okay. Hello. Yes. You already know. It's not gonna let me do it sideways, is it? Are you? Are you bold enough? Be the RBF you wish to see in the world. Alright, fine. No. No. Oh, left control. That's what that is. Oh, wait on. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna be for real. I don't even really want those anymore. Do. Ooh. Another one? Yeah, no, we're sticking with it. Steam. Steam had a data breach. So if you have a Steam account, you should change your password. Yeah, it happened sometime, I want to say sometime last week. I want you to have some natural light on the first floor. That's great. All right. Photo. Photo time. Oh, that's so cute. Come on. You know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for. Come on. Oh. There's some controls to this. Well, that's good for now. Created a Steam account to try to play Among Us a while back before I realized I couldn't play it on Mac, so I did literally nothing with it. Don't know what data could have been leaked. Well, I mean, if it's linked to like your payment or anything like that, I mean, that wouldn't be great. But yeah. Do what you will. I am but a messenger. Yeah. That's hot. Hello. Alright. Yeah. That photo was taken prematurely. Nice. Hell yeah. That's fair. Not sure if I saved my payment method, but probably still worth checking, so I appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I only heard about it. Like, Google loves telling me all sorts of Steam-related news about, like, something's on sale, 15% off or something like that, but I only heard about this on Blue Sky. So, I went and changed it, and yeah. Anytime I can give people a pretty easy heads up, I will do that, because, like, all it just takes is just opening your Yapper, and that's, I am quite adept at that. Okay, so I got the little cottages. Got some castles. I think I'm ready to build another castle. Be a community castle. What kind of space do I have back here? Oh, that's the crazy people. Maybe these folks have a guest house. Yeah, it's just kind of little something. Just, just something cute. Gonna go watch YouTube in bed with wifey. Catch you next time. Have a good night. Oh, thank you, Puff. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. And I will catch you on the next round. Enjoy your Stardew and hanging out with the buddy. Actually, I'll probably take an edible. These edibles are 5 milligrams called Bits. My sister got me these. They're very good. Pretty tasty. This is Elderberry Wellness. It's I think it's mostly indica. There's a little CBD in here. I guess it's equal parts CBD to THC, indica. Generally, I don't really do the CBD, like ingestion-wise, but these are good. They may do the trick. For sure skis. Oh boy, come on. Busting my stones. Okay. So these folks love their little pointy gimmicks. Stick that theme. Little hat. Little bop bop. Little bop bop. I just love this offset stuff. Do that. Hello. You. That's incredible. This isn't what I'm doing. Well, it's not what I meant to do. Hello. Peekaboo. 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 Bing bop. Boom 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 bop. Bam. These folks would splash out. Absolutely would splash out for a guest house. I'm gonna say no chimney for this one. They wouldn't just... It would be bad hospitality to have this huge-ass castle and not cook for your guests. I think this kind of crash... Mostly a crash pad. Stays nice and cool. It's in the shade. Kind of like the vineyard house I was living in last year. It did not really technically have air conditioning. But it was under the shade of several very old oak trees. What time is it? OBS is really unhappy with me, and I've ignored that for over an hour and a half. So I do think I'm probably going to call it for the night. Just to give... The fan is going crazy. And I've been ignoring that, but... You saved my thing, right? My game is saved. Okay. I'm gonna sign off for the night, I think. Oh, it's less upset with me now. Well, what's done is done. Well, I guess it's because I closed the game. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it for the night. Oh. I didn't see that Automod caught something. I wish the iPad had showed me that. I would have allowed that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Da, 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 da. There we go. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it for the night. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Luckily, people who were chatting, just hanging out and just enjoying the vibe. This is something I kind of needed after this week. But tomorrow we'll be back with some Ocarina of Time, and Sunday as well. I'm gonna do it a little earlier on Saturday at least. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna shoot for Rent 3. So we're gonna do 3 p.m. Eastern time. Get back in Ocarina and start making some good progress. I stopped right before I got the Master Sword, so we have that to look forward to, and then going into the second phase of the game. But yeah, so gonna call it for the night. Gonna probably see what basketball's still on. I know the W's on. If the NBA game's still going, I might watch a little bit of that, but probably watch a little bit of WNBA and drink some beer. But thank you for watching. If you're watching live, if you're watching on the VOD Squad, I see you. I see you. But I'll catch everybody on the next one. Cheers.